Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of RazzleDazzle Garage, where we're continuing working on our valve cover of our 92 Miata. We just got it painted. We're going to add a little bit more paint into the recessed lettering here. We're going to put some black in there, kind of give it a little contrast. And then we're going to continue working on the back of this, putting on those 3 panels that we're missing there. Some gasket stuff. We got our paint. Let's get after it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, get some gasket maker, and I'll put it right around the edge here, anywhere on these flat surfaces where it was before. I'm going to do these one at a time, so that I can put these down and screw them into place before it gets all tacky and gummed up. So you're going to want to do this in one continuous line if you can, and I'm not very good at this, so forgive me. Oh no. Alright, so we got those 3 panels back on. As you can see, the back end of my gasket maker split open, got it all over on the inside and on the cardboard here. Big old disaster, but we got it all figured out. While we let that set before we tighten down those bolts, we're gonna get our paint ready to get the other side. Alright, so for this next part, I'm gonna want to tape off the letters just to make sure we don't get paint anywhere we don't want it. I'm just going to be real gentle. So yeah, I'm going to finish taping this up and then we'll start working on the paint. Alright, we got it all taped up. Now we're just going to take a nice tiny little brush and put a little bit of black paint into all this recessed parts. So yeah, a little tedious, but let's see how it works out. Everybody, we got the black paint on there. I think it's looking pretty good. It's not perfect, but I think it definitely looks a lot better. While I'm waiting for that to dry, we're gonna go replace the CAS O-ring because I think it's leaking really bad. I'll show you guys just a second. All right, so your CAS is right back here, and very common place for oil to leak out of. And as you can see, mine's super grody. Super grimy. There's oil over the back there. So we're gonna replace the O-ring while we got the valve cover off. Hopefully it gives us a little bit extra room to reach in there and finagle it out. But there's just one bolt right back here that'll show you we gotta take off. But otherwise we can take off this sensor and this one right there. And I think that should open it up, and this one on the back side there. Just so we have enough room to get this thing out of there. All right, so now that we got all those connectors disconnected, we can go ahead and take off this 12 mil back here. All right, here's the CAS sensor. Right there's the O-ring that we're gonna replace. And as you can see, this thing must have been leaking oil for a while. This thing wasn't doing anything. New one? Oh, much better. There we go. We'll line up some of our marks. So we can go ahead and reconnect all the wire. Alright, now that we got the CAS O-ring replaced, it's time to throw the gasket on our new valve cover paint job. It's pretty self-explanatory. Only thing is, just push the gasket into place. Don't run your finger around it, because otherwise you're going to end up with a little bit of extra at the end. And these things are just meant to be pushed right into place. So. Alright, now that we're here, we're ready to throw the valve cover on. There's just 6 spots that we're going to want to put a little bit of gasket maker. And it's at these 90-degree angles. So you can see one's right there, here, 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 and then there's the 2 on the back. So I'm just going to put a little dab of gasket maker in the corner just to make sure our seal is good. It's a very common spot for it to leak at. Just going to help the gasket. Gasket on our valve cover. We're just going to very carefully position this, all fresh, new and painted, on top of that. She sits right into place. Awesome. I'm going to throw the bolts in there. I'll give you guys the bolt pattern for tightening, and then I got a couple extra special little things to put on this bad boy. Alright, so we got all the bolts down there. We're just going to reconnect a couple things here. We got our PCV, PVC, TCV there. In addition to the valve cover, we got new PCV valve, 4 new spark plugs, and new wires. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those on. And this bad boy's ready to rip. you saw, hit like, subscribe, leave anything down in the comments if there's anything else you guys can think of that I should have done differently, or just any helpful hints for people in the future. But yeah, other than that, I'll catch you guys on the flippy flip.